Today we're going to be beginning reading Magic Treehouse Merlin Mission number 12, Eve of the Emperor Penguin. Before we get started, we're going to talk a little bit about where this story is going to take place. So this story takes place here on Antarctica on the map. Can you find Antarctica? If you were in the United States, what direction would you travel to go to Antarctica? Very good. You would go south. Antarctica got its name from the ancient Greeks. At night, the Greeks studied the stars. They watched as a group of stars called the Great Bear rose high in the northern sky. The Greeks named the most northern part of the word Arctos, which is the Greek word for bear. This later became the word for Arctic. They thought that since there was a North Pole, there must be a South Pole too. Balance it. They named the southern tip of the Earth Antarctos, which means opposite of bear. Antarctos became Antarctica. But it was not until thousands of years later that anyone set foot on Antarctica. The first visitors found an incredible frozen world more amazing than anyone could believe. The land of ice. Antarctica is about 1.5 times bigger than the United States. The South Pole lies almost at its center. Ice covers Antarctica's mountains, valleys. Ice covers almost all the ground. In some places, it's over 3 miles deep. Antarctica is surrounded by the Southern Ocean. During the winter, when the seas around Antarctica freeze, the extra ice makes the continent look twice its size. 70% of the world's fresh water is in the form of ice that lies in and around Antarctica. If you like cold weather, Antarctica is the place for you. The coldest place on Earth. The temperature is usually 60 degrees or more below freezing. The coldest temperature ever recorded in Antarctica was almost 137 degrees below zero. Air this cold will freeze a person's bare skin in seconds. Antarctica is the windiest place on Earth. Howling winds sweep down from its center to the coastline. Sometimes they blow 200 miles per hour. That's hurricane force. The winds dry out the air so much that when they turn Antarctica into an icy desert, it is even drier than the Sahara Desert. In fact, Antarctica is the driest place on Earth. Even though only 2 inches of snow fall each year, Antarctica has lots of blizzards. Blizzards are storms with strong winds and blowing snow. Antarctica's winds blow the snow that is already on the ground. This makes it hard to see or even stand. During the winter, Antarctica is always dark, and in the summer, the sun never sets. The only creature that can live in this harsh place all year long is the tiniest insect called the wingless mink. Researchers who work there live in warm buildings that protect them from the weather. And there is that insect that lives in Antarctica. Millions of years ago, Antarctica was different. It was not a separate continent. It was part of the giant continent that scientists called Gondwana. Icebergs. Sometimes tons of ice break off from the high cliffs at the edge of the sea in Antarctica. This is called a calving. It's an amazing sight. As the ice hits the water, ice crystals shoot into the air. They are like towers of white powder. When the huge chunks of ice settle into the sea, it looks like a floating mountain of ice. These huge masses are called icebergs. One of the biggest icebergs today is 183 miles long and 23 miles wide. That's the size of the state of New Jersey, and it's even bigger underwater. So that was a little bit of nonfiction about Antarctica. And now we'll go ahead and start reading The Eve of the Emperor Penguin. Chapter 1, Smile. Jack was raking leaves on a chilly November afternoon. Geese honked overhead. Smile, said Annie. Annie was pointing her camera at him. No pictures now, he said. Come on, said Annie. Smile. Jack gave her a goofy smile. A real one, said Annie. I'm taking pictures for our family project at school. Jack crossed his eyes and made his smile even goofier. Okay, be that way, said Annie. I'm going into the woods. Good, said Jack. Go. Maybe the treehouse is back, said Annie. You always say that when you want me to stop what I'm doing and do something with you, said Jack. Maybe Teddy and Kathleen are waiting for us, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. Maybe today's the day they want us to look for the fourth secret of happiness for Merlin. Merlin, said Annie. Maybe they're going to send us to a super cool place. Good. Hope they do. Have fun, said Jack. I want to finish raking these leaves before dark. He glanced up at the late afternoon sky, just in time to see the bright streak of light pass over Frog Creek woods. Whoa! Jack turned to Annie with a smile. Did you see that? Hold that smile, said Annie as she took Jack's picture. Thanks. Perfect. Did you see that? Jack asked. The light going over the woods? Ha ha, said Annie. No, I'm serious. It was a bright light. Wait a second. Jack put down his rake and dashed into the house. Mom, Dad, he shouted. Annie and I are going for a walk, okay? Okay, called their dad, but be home before dark. And wear your scarves and hat, called Mom. What season do you think it is? I'm thinking winter because it said hats and scarves. We will. Jack grabbed their scarves, their hats, and his backpack from the closet and ran back outside. Let's go, he said. Annie put her camera in her jacket pocket and took off running with Jack. They ran up the sidewalk, crossed the street, and headed into the shadowy Frog Creek woods. They crunched over a carpet of fallen leaves until they came to the tallest tree. The magic treehouse was there. Kathleen and Teddy were looking out the window. The two young enchanters were both wearing dark cloaks. Hi, Annie shouted. We were about to come looking for you, said Kathleen. How did you know where we were here? I saw the light, said Jack. Teddy said, climb up. Jack and Annie hurried up the rope ladder. When they climbed inside the treehouse, they hugged Teddy and Kathleen. Is it time to go on another mission, said Annie. Indeed, said Kathleen. And it's quite an urgent one, said Teddy. Merlin is failing quickly, said Kathleen. She blinked back tears. Oh, no, said Annie. Morgan wants you to finish the final secret of happiness today, said Teddy, and then you must return to Camelot to present all 4 secrets to Merlin. You remember the first 3, don't you? Sure, said Jack. We have 3 gifts to help us remember. I keep them in my backpack. A poem, a drawing, and a seashell, said Annie. Good, said Teddy. Here is where you will look for your final secret. He took a book from his cloak and handed it to Jack. On the cover was a picture of a volcano surrounded by snow and ice. The title said Antarctica. Antarctica, said Jack. We studied Antarctica in school. There's hardly anything there. Where would we find a secret of happiness in Antarctica? I don't know, said Kathleen, but Morgan has sent a rhyme to help your search. She handed Annie a slip of parchment. Annie read Morgan's words. For the final secret, you must go to a burning mountain of ice and snow, on wheels by air, then all fall down, till you come to the cave of the ancient crown. Then speed to Camelot by close of the day, lest grief take Merlin forever away. Forever away, said Annie. Sorry, the last picture had an ad that blocked it. And here we go again with another one. Forever away, said Annie. I fear so, said Teddy. I don't understand, said Jack. This rhyme sounds like we're going to a fantasy world, a place with a burning mountain and a cave of ancient crown. But Antarctica's a real place, totally real. Ah, Morgan's rhyme is a mystery to me, too. But you will have to see the wand of Dianthus to help you. Do you not? Asked Kathleen. Yes, said Jack. But he looked inside his backpack just to make sure. There it was, the gleaming spiraled wand of the unicorn. Good, said Kathleen. And remember the 3 rules of the wand. Sure, said Annie. The wand's magic only works if our wish is for the good of others. It only works after we have tried our hardest, and it only works if our wish is 5 words. Excellent. I wish you guys could come with us, said Jack. You must return to Morgan and try to help Merlin, said Kathleen. But your courage and intelligence, I know you will be able to find the secret by yourself. Jack nodded, embarrassed, but Kathleen's words did make him feel more confident. And after you have found it, you must hurry to meet us in Camelot, said Teddy. Just point to the word Camelot on the rhyme for Morgan and make a wish together. Got it, said Jack. Go now, quickly, said Kathleen, and good luck. See you soon, said Annie. Jack took a deep breath and then pointed to the cover of his book. I wish we could go there, he said. The wind started to blow. The tree house started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still.